Okay, Shalom, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone that rule as well. Most peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that are pushing His word in truth and in sincerity of heart. Shalom. It's the brother Batat back again with another lesson. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. You know, I was looking on ChatGPT and I typed in can you describe Obadiah chapter 1 verse 18 just to see what it's going to say? And it described it very, very according to what he was taught. So let's get right into it. It says, the book of Obadiah chapter 1 verse 18 is a verse from the Old Testament that uses vivid imagery to describe judgment and restoration. Here's a clear breakdown. The verse paraphrased meaning. It says that the house of Jacob, which is the southern kingdom, Israel, will be like a fire, and the house of Joseph, often representing the northern tribes of Israel, like a flame. The house of Esau, Edom, Israel's rival nation, like stubble. It says the fire will burn the stubble completely, meaning Edom will be destroyed and nothing will remain. See? So that is true. Because the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to cause the nation of Edom to be completely eradicated or extinct. They are going to be literally extinct. There's not going to be any more Edomites. All of them will be slaughtered. The scripture says that. Shall be cut off by slaughter. This is the book of Obadiah chapter 1 verse 9. It says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount or the house of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Cut off by slaughter. See? So Esau, Edom is the only nation in history that will be completely eradicated or extinct. Slaughter. It says the killing of a person, murder, the killing of large numbers of persons in battle. See? So the nation of Edom will be slaughtered. That means all of them will be dead. They will be burned up. And this is after they serve their period of slavery. They're gonna be gathered together and burned like you burn wood in a pit. They're gonna be completely burned. Let's go back. Obadiah 1 and verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. See? So, Esau, you're going to be the first nation to be classified as extinct once we're done with you. You know, in the perfect world, there is no need for the wicked, which Israel is going to have the perfect world once our kingdom is established. So Esau, there would be no more use for you. So we are anticipating these events actually happening. The Lord Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, actually destroying Esau, destroying Edom. Continuing on, it says what it means. Symbolism of fire and stubble. Fire represents power, judgment, and victory. Stubble burns quickly and completely, symbolizing total defeat. See? So you Edomites, this is your future. You want to know what's going to happen in the future? You don't got to go to a fortune teller. Go to the prophets of the Lord. They'll break down what the scripture says about you. It says about your nation. And we know, according to prophecy, Edom is ruling right now. You know? Edom is ruling. Esau was going to be ruling in the last days. The last days started when Yahweh Shah came onto the scene. We are literally in the last days of the last days because America is nothing but Rome all over again. And we know, according to history, that the history is hidden, that the Romans were actually Edomites. And America is Rome all over again. You can look up Rome, Maryland. Rome, Maryland is, let's go to it. Rome, Maryland. I'm not sure if I did a video on this yet, but Rome, Maryland. It says Washington, D.C. was originally called Rome, Maryland. See? Before it was Washington, D.C., this land was called Rome. It says Washington's hidden Roman legacy. Nestled in Washington, D.C., history is a surprising connection to a little-known place, Rome in Maryland. This discovery offers a unique glimpse into America's past. Rome in America, a 17th century vision. It says, in the 17th century, a vast estate of 400 acres existed southeast of what is now Georgetown in Maryland. Owned by an Italian culture enthusiast, this land was ambitiously named Rome. The owner's passion for Italy didn't just influence the name, it shaped his vision for the new world. What? The new Rome. This estate was more than land. It was a symbol of aspiration and connection to ancient civilization. What ancient civilization? The Roman Empire. Because American has Roman roots. Why do you have to know Latin in order when you're studying law? Why do you have to learn Latin? Latin was the language of the Roman Empire. Why is there Latin on your dollar bill? Why do we have Roman numerals here? Why do we have a Senate? Rome had a Senate. You see, there's a connection. It says transitioning from European inspiration to American reality, the landowner renamed Goose Creek to Tiber Creek. This act mirrored Romans' iconic river Tiber, create a symbolic link across continents. His vision was to merge the grandeur of ancient Rome with the budding potential of America, and that's it. So America is Rome all over again, and we know that the Romans, according to history, the Romans were Edomites. So there's a connection between America and the ancient Roman Empire. This is continuing what it means. It says Israel's restoration and strength. Jacob and Joseph together represent a united and restored Israel, acting with strength and purpose. 3. Judgment on Edom. Edom, the descendants of Esau, is portrayed as being judged for his hostility towards Israel. The big picture. The verse expresses a theme common in the Bible. The Most High will restore his people. Those who oppose them will face justice. And that's what was coming down upon Esau. That's why America is going to be destroyed. And then all of these nations are going to be hauled off into slavery under the same people that they used to oppress. The scripture says that I would take them captives, who captives they were. Talking about Israelites. So we was captives under the Edomites, and they have tried many times to exterminate us. Going back to the time of the Roman Empire.